they're kind of testing the waters, right? They're trying Trump. They're trying this administration. They're effing around and are about to find out, as people like to say online, F around and find out. And they may be finding out how serious we are on this side very, very soon, especially if they keep playing games like this. What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and most importantly, please make sure you're following me on Telegram at TD Media Group to help circumvent social media censorship and shadow banning. With the introduction out of the way, let's get into today's news. And today, we have to get into this information and situation that occurred here at the U.S. Mexico border because once again, cartel members have fired upon U.S. citizens. This time, they fired upon U.S. Border Patrol while trying to smuggle illegal immigrants across the border. Let's get into this article here. It's titled U.S. Border Patrol and Mexican cartel members trade gunfire at southern border. Once we're done with this article here, we're going to get into actual drone footage that shows these cartel members fleeing the scene after firing upon the Border Patrol. And then after that footage, we're going to get into Tom Homan and what he had to say about this situation that took place. But once again, first, let's get into this article for a little bit more detail on what actually went down. So it reads as such. Suspected Mexican cartel members were caught on video opening fire on U.S. Border Patrol agents near southern border Monday, just as a group of migrants reportedly tried to enter the U.S. illegally, authorities said. The dramatic attack unfolded about 1:30 p.m. near Fronton, Texas. The apparent cartel members had started firing as a group of migrants, illegal immigrants, were trying to cross the Rio Grande. The article continues to read, a Border Patrol agent responded by firing a single shot back towards the Mexican side. DPS responded to assist the U.S. Border Patrol after agents received gunfire from cartel members in Mexico while patrolling in Fronton. Lieutenant Chris Olivares posted on X alongside a slew of videos showing the heavily armed gunmen. DPS drone operators captured the gunmen fleeing Mexico due to military presence and seeking refuge on an island between the U.S. and Mexico. I want to take a moment to quickly pause because what that highlights right now is the importance of a militarized border. They didn't flee until they saw the U.S. military pull up. When the military pulled up, that's when they got out of Dodge. Respect to Border Patrol because they're doing a great job. But when the military showed up, that's when they decided they didn't want to play anymore and went back to Mexico. But I digress. Let's carry on because we're almost done with this article here. The footage showed at least four gun-toting men walking along the riverbank and trying to seek cover in the shrubs as the drone tracked them. Several times, they repeatedly were caught aiming their weapons directly at the drone, the clips show. So now what I want to do is let's jump into some of this drone footage showing these guys essentially fleeing the scene once the military shows up. Let's get into that right now. So this is the first clip that we have here, and there's no sound on these video clips, because this is just drone footage. As you can see right here, the man is aiming his long rifle or gun, whatever that a firearm is. I'm not a gun expert, right? But he's aiming it at the drone, and they do that repeatedly, throughout the time that they're being recorded. As you can see right now, also they're kind of trying to take cover, in the shrubs and in the hay. Once again, look at him again. He's pointing his gun at the drone once more. I want to get into some more footage next. Let me pull this up for you right now. And in this footage here, this is the piece of footage in which they're trying to escape onto an island. I believe that's the island right there to the right, maybe your left if you're watching me, on TV or on your phone. But that's the island that they're trying to escape to in between the U.S. and Mexico border to evade Border Patrol and the U.S. military. Because once again, they proceeded to flee once the U.S. military showed up. And I don't know if you can see right there when the drone footage pans out some more. There's two that you see right there on the edge of the body of water, and then there's two more men at the top running in the direction towards where the other cartel members are. It's a little bit difficult to see. The footage is grainy, but we can all see what's going on right here. So now I don't want to belabor this point too much. Next, what I want to do now is let's hop into what Tom Homan had to say when he was interviewed and he was asked how he feels about this situation and where we should go from here.
What do you know about the Border Patrol agents exchanging gunfire with Mexico drug cartels from earlier?
They've taken gunfire, and it's going to get worse, Sean, because President Trump's going to seal that border. He's going to put the cartels out of business. He declared them a terrorist organization. We got the whole of government is going to dismantle these people and wipe them off the face of the earth. They're not going to go. They're not going to go lightly. We're taking them out of the trafficking business. We're taking them out of the smuggling business. We're taking them out of the dope business. There's going to be more violence on the southwest border. That's why Trump committed to calling the terrorist organization. He has. That's why the entire United States government is going to take care of those people and abolish them. We're going to attack them not just in Mexico, but in the 42 countries that Jalisco cartel is currently residing in. The Trump administration is going to take them on just like he did the caliphate, and we're going to destroy them.
So, as Holman stated, and it's just simply a point of fact. I mean, if we're just being logical here, they're not going to go away quietly. Under the Biden administration, these guys were making an enormous, astronomical amount of money smuggling illegal immigrants across the border. We're talking about billions upon billions of dollars a year. And I mean that very literally. I'm not figuratively speaking. I'm not blowing things out of proportion just to be sensational. These guys are making billions of dollars a year. They were making more money during the Biden administration, smuggling illegal immigrants across the border than they were actually making on drugs during the time period of the Biden administration. That's how much business was booming. And you have to understand, you're talking about billions of dollars that came to a screeching halt like that once Trump took into office. So essentially, what you're seeing here now is that they're testing the waters, because I don't think anybody doubts the seriousness of Trump. But I do believe that what these guys are doing right now is that they're kind of trying to, I don't know if you want to say play a game of chicken. Maybe that's not the term, but I guess I'll go back to what I stated earlier. They're kind of testing the waters, right? They're trying Trump. They're trying this administration. They're effing around and are about to find out, as people like to say online, F around and find out. And they may be finding out how serious we are on this side very, very soon, especially if they keep playing games like this. Now, fortunately, in this situation, nobody was hit on our side. Last time we discussed a situation of this nature, which I believe was late last week, when some cartel members fired upon a U.S. citizen that was on a hike along the U.S. border. That citizen was shot twice, and then they robbed him afterwards and then fled back over to Mexico. But the U.S. citizen did survive, right? He did survive. Thank goodness for that. And once again, this time around, nobody was hit. But this is an unfortunate situation. It's a very annoying and agitating and aggravating situation, I should say. And in closing, this continues to show and highlight the need to have a militarized border, because once again, once the cartel members saw the military pull up, they're used to dealing with Border Patrol. And once again, respect the Border Patrol. I'm not disrespecting them and saying that they're useless and they're not doing their job. They are. But once they saw the military show up, that's when they got the heck out of Dodge. Okay. So it's very important that we militarize our border to the degree that we have and amp up that security even more. And with all that being said, that does it for today's news. So I'm going to thank you all for joining me today, man. Please hit the like button on your way out, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and make sure you follow me on Telegram at TD Media Group to help circumvent social media censorship and shadow banning. That is extremely important that you are following me on Telegram. That way you will never miss a notification. And with that being said, thank you all for your time. And until the next video, peace and have a great afternoon.